So continuing in chapter 4, we are still trying to solve, right? But this time around, we're going to use our square roots. And I'm going to make this kind of easy on us in that we don't have to, we're just going to use our calculators and come up with decimal answers, okay? So, write this down. Pause, write this down, of course. Okay? And in this case, the reason that we would do it this way is because we get it in this form right here. Okay? We don't have the bx part of it. That's not in there. Okay? There is no bx. So we can't use the vertex formula to graph it like we did before. Okay? So we're going to do it a special different way because it's set up like this. So notice we don't have 3x. We just have the x squared term and we have the constant term. Okay, so when we're talking about our standard form, we don't have that bx. That's what we're looking for, and that's what you'll get in all of these examples right now. Okay, so we have to solve for x squared. We have to get that x squared by itself. So notice it's equal to 0, right? So we need to add 27 to both sides. That gives us 3x squared equals 27. To get the x squared by itself, we need to divide by 3. Hopefully solving equations is coming back to you. We haven't done a whole lot of that lately. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay? We have to get that x squared by itself. Now we can take the square root of both sides. Square root of x squared is x, that's the whole point, and the square root of 9 is 3. So you'll notice that we said 3. However, 3 times 3 is 9, right? But 9 is also negative 3 times negative 3. So our answer is really positive 3 or negative 3. And the way we write that is we put a little plus minus sign in front of our number. Okay? So be very, very careful. If we're using square roots, your answer should always have that plus or minus in front of it. Whatever it is, whether it's a decimal, whether it's 2 or whatever, you should always have that plus or minus. Don't let something that trivial, something that simple, maybe not simple, but keep you from doing well, okay? Because that if all you say is your answer is 3, you lose points because you don't have your plus minus. And I forget to do it too, so we'll keep each other in check. So again, remember that we need to get this side to be 0, right? So we need to add 10 to both sides. Add 10, I can write. So that gives us x squared equals 0. Well, what's the square root of 0? Right? Because that would be the next step. We got x squared by itself, we take the square root. So x squared equals 0. In that case, you don't need a plus or minus because 0 is just 0. Let's try another one. Subtract the 16 from both sides. Okay? So negative 5x squared. I'm sorry, we're subtracting the 11 from both sides? I'm okay. Back up. Equals, whoops, equals positive 5. Equals, oh, I'm all kinds of tired, I guess. I don't know. So then we need to divide, and x squared equals 5 divided by negative 5 is negative 1. Okay, make yourselves a very big note. You cannot have a negative underneath your square root. So if you end up with x squared equals any negative, then your answer is no solutions. Okay? There are solutions, but we don't know them yet. We'll learn those at the end of chapter 4 next, at the end of chapter 4. So right now, you would say no solutions because this is negative before you take the square root. So, we're subtracting 13. I'm okay. 4x squared equals 2. divide by 4, x squared equals 1/2. Okay? Go ahead and make that 0.5. It's okay. We have the x squared by itself, so we can take the square root of both sides. So we get x equals whatever the square root of 1/2 is. I'm doing it on my calculator. Square root 0.5, and we get 0.71. I'm okay with you leaving it like that right now. Okay, we'll have discussions in class about other options. I think that's all. Nope, I got one more. Do I have one more? I have one more. Okay, so hopefully you're seeing the process here. And again, everything will say using square root, so you know that's the one where you need to. Why do I keep trying? Oh, because that's how we had to do it before. That's why. So subtract the 10 from both sides. 2x squared equals 22. Divide by 2. Get that x squared by itself, and then take the square root. And the square root of 11 is 3.32. Notice 2 decimal places, please. Okay? Ask questions in class.